Hey everyone, Sweet Johnny Cage here. Welcome back to another part of the Dark Souls full playthrough walkthrough. And in part 16 parts into this thing, we're going to go to the Painted World of Ariamis. The Painted World of Ariamis is a completely optional area in the game. It's sort of hidden. In order to enter the Painted World of Ariamis, you need to return to the Northern Undead Asylum and pick up the Peculiar Doll out of the cell that you started the game in. I do have a walkthrough for that already. I believe it's part 8. Let me just double check here. Yep, part 8 of this walkthrough covers that. So you need to get the Peculiar Doll from your cell, and then you can enter the area. For those of you who have not joined me for these styles of walkthrough, this is a Let's Play style, so I'm recording as I play and as I talk. It's live, it's a full walkthrough, nothing really abridged. I will cut out deaths, and if there's a lot of funny ones, I'll put a montage at the end, like I did in the last segment for the Bed of Chaos. Okay, for my character stats, I'm level 72, I have 30 Vitality, 30 Endurance, 20 Strength, 33 Dex. I'm currently using a Uchigatana plus 15 and the Crest Shield, and then I'm also using the Gold Hemmed set. I have the Orange Charred Ring, I will no longer need this. I'm going to change this back to the Wolf Ring, and of course the Ring of Steel Protection. Alrighty, let's go ahead and warp to the Dark Moon Tomb bonfire. This is in Anor Londo, and this is right near the entrance to the Painted World. I had originally intended on doing this right after I killed Ornstein and Smo, and I admittedly forgot, so that's why this is coming a little bit later. Okay, so from the Dark Moon Tomb bonfire, we're going to lower the platform, and then we are just going to walk up the stairs of this platform and go back into the building one floor up. So we're not going to raise the platform at all. All right. You can if you like, but it doesn't really serve much purpose other than letting you go back to the catwalk with all the painting guardians. I don't really need to do that, so we're not going to. Alrighty, so once this is up, we can come in here. And then this room has a ton of painting guardians. So I am going to take care of all of them. Just be aware that when you return here... Oh, thought I would one-shot him. Just be aware that when you return here, after completing the Painted World, all of these painting guardians will have respawned. You know what's funny? I'm not actually 100% sure if that's even correct, because I feel like they only respawn if you rest at a bonfire. But no, I feel like a teleport would cause them to respawn. Oh, God. Just die. And remember that we dropped a chandelier. This chandelier right here, we dropped it from up on the rafters, so there's going to be a treasure sitting on it. Just double checking over here to see if there's any other painting guardians. Oh, yes there is. Glad I checked. Okay. These guys have a very low drop chance of the painting guardian sword, so don't forget to look out for that. Oh man, I'm gonna have 4 of them, aren't I? I have the two-handed weapon, just one-shot these guys. Oof. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Whoa! Stop dodging, bro. Alright. Painting Guardian Sword. There you go. I got 2 of those now. And the treasure is Sorcery Great Magic Weapon. Alrighty. Are there any more? I think it's just one to the left of the painting guarding a treasure. Okay. So if you've played Dark Souls 3, and you've played the first DLC, Painted World of Ariandel, or I guess the DLC was called Ashes of Ariandel. Anyway, here is Black Iron Tarkus's gear, his legging, his whole armor set, the Greatsword, and the Black Iron Great Shield. So if he helped you against the Iron Golem, know that he did not make it to the Lord Vessel. Okay, so this painting, really funny story. If you're playing this on PC, there's a mod available that changes this painting to the famous painting of Cosmo Kramer from Seinfeld. And I think somebody may have also made a mod for the photo of George in his underwear. Definitely download that. There's a lot of funny mods on PC. I had one that replaced the crow with a seagull, and it was hilarious. Okay, so walking up to the painting, as long as we have the peculiar doll, we can examine the painting, and then this happens. Have slipped into the painting. This is the painted world of Ariamis. Start off on a bridge. Do not walk backwards. You want to only walk forwards. Like I said, this is completely optional. It is a difficult area. There are a few nods to Demon Souls in this area. I will show you those as I get to them. Now, there are some treasures around these little crevices, so don't be afraid to take the path less traveled. Oh, I guess not. I could have sworn there was. I recently played a mod of this called Daughters of Ash, so I'm kind of thrown a lot. There's a bonfire here. Be aware that you can warp to this bonfire, but you cannot warp from this bonfire. So the only way out of the Painted World of Ariamis is through the Painted World of Ariamis. But if you ever want to return here, you can do so quickly. And once you unlock all the doors and everything, if you ever want to leave, you literally just run forward and block a few times. So there's a few more hollows over here. I was waiting for them. Oof, God. And be aware these guys do serious damage. These are high-level hollows, so despite the fact that they don't have much HP, they still deal a decent amount of damage. Okay? So there's a corpse on a chain right here. We're going to break that later, but if you have a bow and arrow, you could just shoot the chain, and it'll break right away. Unfortunately, I don't. This guy does. It's not fair. Alright. There's another archer upstairs. I don't know what I was just targeting. Random hollows up there. We're going to come across a really peculiar enemy that is unique to the Painted World, and it's these weird, bloated hollows. And when you kill them, the sacs of venom explode, and if you stand in them, you will be... I can't remember if it's poison or toxic, but you don't want it. The interesting thing is that if you kill these enemies with either a fire spell or a fire weapon... here, I'll actually do this for you. It should be interesting. I think I have some black pine resin somewhere. I don't. Wow, that's funny. I figured I would have picked some up. Anyway, if you have black pine resin, you can enchant your weapon and just handle it that way. But once they die, if you're not killing them with a fire weapon, you want to back up as fast as humanly possible. Okay, so we're going to go into this building first. And there are white rats on the floor of this building, which is pretty weird. It's the only area in the game where you find these like pure white rats. I don't really get it. For the most part, they're passive, just like other rats. They can drop a soul of a brave warrior. And there is another level. You know what's kind of funny is I can't remember if you can jump into this or not. I don't feel like you can. I feel like you drop onto that platform from the roof. Yeah, I'm not going to do this. You can get on top of this building and then drop off. I think that's the dried finger, which is really fun for PvP. Okay, I'm just making sure that nothing followed me. There are a few pus sac enemies in there, and they can they have pyromancies themselves, so you got to be careful. And they will stalk you, so it's very important that you don't get stuck in areas that you can't get out of easily. I really wish I had some fire weapons or something. Oof. I locked on there, and that almost cost me, because locking on in this game when you're on tight bridges and stuff, really, really ill-advised. Okay, we're gonna head out here. We're gonna break this chain. And I'll drop a corpse down below. Take care of that later. And then I think, yeah, there's some hollows up on the rafters here. Sometimes they drop down. Sometimes they don't, though. There we go. Alright, and then there's another bloated one up there. So I'm going to jump across here. Loot this, Soul of a Brave Warrior. Back up. Great. And then I'm going to drop down here. And this is, believe it or not, this is actually like a back. Sort of like a reverse way of doing this. You may wind up falling down here another time. And I may as well. Wow, I can't speak right now. I may fall down it as well. There's some more white rats in here, so let's take care of those. I like to kill these before checking for loot just because they have a tendency to kind of rush you when they decide they don't want to be passive. Alright, get the Painting Guardian set. Come out here. And then, yeah, so there's a good chance that at some point you will fall into this area here, and then you'll have to climb back up. Alright. Go back in the house. It's really cool to see where, you know, other Souls games take their inspirations from. And I thought the painted world of Ariandel was beautiful in Dark Souls 3. And it was fun to see it again. It was fun to see a painted world again, that concept get revisited. I like that a lot. So you want to be careful when going after treasure on these sort of platforms, because a lot of times hollows can jump up and try to get you. Again, another Demon Souls throwback. Okay, so what we can do is there is a there's half of an undead dragon right there, and we can try to kill it, although I'm not going to do that just yet. Reason being, because I want to open a door first. So we have these crow dudes over here. So let's come over here. And I'm not going to drop in there just yet. Although I think that might actually be the move. Yeah, let's go ahead and drop in here. Come over here. Get the Soul of a Brave Warrior. Come around here. Like Tom Petty says, don't come around here no more. This is the area that I said you might drop into, which we're not going to do just yet. Oh god. There's crow enemies that sort of fly around in this area, so you want to be on the lookout for them. Okay, I made a boo-boo. I gotta backtrack a little bit. Sorry about that. Those drop-downs confuse me sometimes. It happens to the best of us. I feel like this is actually the quietest area in the entire game. There's like no background noise at all. Yeah, there he is. Alright, so these guys can jump. That move right there is a grab. You really don't want that to hit you. But we're able to take care of them, no problem. These guys can drop Souvenirs of Reprisal. If you're looking to upgrade the Dark Moon Blade Covenant, or Blades of the Dark Moon, I guess, you will need a bunch of Souvenirs of Reprisal. And you can try to be a defender of Anor Londo and engage in the PvP for that. But if you want to farm it offline, you can just farm the souvenirs off of these crow enemies. Okay, so we're actually going to go all the way up. And at the very top of this really terrifying staircase is going to be the... oh god. It's going to be the red soapstone. Oh, there you go. See you later. The red soapstone allows us to manually put a red sign down, and then that will allow people to summon us into their world to engage in PvP. So instead of, you know, just invading using a cracked red eye orb, or a red eye orb, a complete one, you can put down your red soapstone, and then people can just invite you for duels. So it's a way to engage in PvP with, like, willing participants rather than unsuspecting participants. Alright, so we're going to continue to drop down here. And then we are going to drop here. Drop one more time right here. Okay. And that did not do what I wanted it to do. Alright, so we're going to continue going down. Although I think this might kill us if we drop here. We'll find out. Find out together. Oof. Lucky. Okay, so I think we should be able to proceed through this fog door. Yep. And now we're inside the inner courtyard. And hilariously, there's a Phalanx there. So if you're a fan of Demon Souls, there's a Phalanx for you. I'm going to run past it for now. And I'm going to open this door that leads back to the bonfire. Here you go. I'm not going to rest at the bonfire just yet, though. I still have quite a bit of flasks, and I've killed many things, so we'll just wait. Unfortunately, the Phalanx spreads out really fast in Dark Souls. They don't stay together like they do in Demon Souls. There's less of them than there are in Demon Souls, I think. And they don't have, like, full-on hoplite shields. So they're faster to kill. But they can overwhelm you just as easily as they can in Demon Souls. So you do still have to be careful. They can throw spears. They can just try to stick you with spears. So you gotta watch out. Oof. And there's really no big reward for killing the full set of hoplites, or the Phalanx over here. So it's okay if you don't want to do this. I'm just going to do it because I want to be able to explore the ground floor without being interrupted. I think there's one more left. Yeah, this guy. Okay, so this is the corpse that we chopped down earlier. Let's go ahead and loot this one. Get ourselves a humanity. And then we can come up here. Loot this for a ring of sacrifice. And there is, well, more or less our next mission is to open this door in this big rotunda. We open that door by finding a switch underground that rotates this statue to look at the door. That's a big task. I won't exaggerate. It's a big, big task. So what we're going to do first is we're going to come up here. And then I'm going to come out here, and we're going to walk through here. I'm not going to go down there just yet. Hell no. It's not what I'm looking for yet. You don't want to go down to the basement until you're good and ready, because, oh boy, it's a nightmare down there. Chop down this corpse, and let's go get that treasure. The reason you don't want to go down to the basement just yet is an enemy was introduced in Dark Souls that is a bit similar to the rolling skeletons of Shrine of Storms in Demon Souls. But these guys just full-on form a wheel and have nigh infinite stamina and can just overwhelm you and just chip you to death. So you really want to make sure that you are good and ready for them. And I recommend clearing out more or less the rest of the area before doing so. I am getting the treasure in this section, but I'm going to come back here in a little bit because there is an NPC invasion that I want to show you. Where are we at? All right, so let's go ahead and just loot these corpses. And you got to be human for the NPC invasion, so that's why we're just coming here as undead to just kill some enemies, loot some corpses, and you know, just do our thing. I don't really know what these boxes are supposed to be for. I wish that there was like a lore explanation. They seem very austere, you know, and they're scattered around the painted world. Yes. There's the Acid Surge Pyromancy. And with that done, sorry, I was just listening. we need to do a couple things. So we need to go downstairs and find a lever to pull, or it's really a wheel to turn the statue. And then we also need to find this key. All right, so there are two options when going down to the basement. There is a well, which is over here, and you can take that route if you like. However, I am going to take a different route. I am going to go through this house that we were in before. You know, I wanted to go to the roof of this house. I can't remember how to do that. Can I not do that through here? I chop this down. Yeah, I want to get up there. How do I get up there? What's going on? How do I get up there? We'll find it eventually, I'm sure. Anyway, so we're going to go down to the basement by going into this house here. We're going to come through here. We're going to turn here. And we're going to go down this ladder. Before you go down here, you want to make sure that you have a shield that will defend 100% of physical damage. Okay. So that is a bone wheel skeleton over there. You want to very carefully try to aggro it. However, just be aware that he's not the only one. There's one over here as well. He will likely see us before the other. Yep. Do not turn your backs on these things. You can hear how many times it's hitting the wall. That could be how many times it hits you. And as you can see, it fully depletes you. It just chips away at your stamina the whole time. They do drop a weapon, which is the bone wheel. However, it's pretty rare. So we want to really, really carefully try to aggro these things. Just try to sidestep them. I don't recommend attacking while they're spinning, because you can take damage and then they can turn around and just zoom towards you, so it's really risky to do that. There are also illusory walls in here. So I have to admit that I don't truly remember where they all are, which kind of sucks for this. There's one, I think. No? Okay. Well, let's get this bone wheel here. And since it's dark, we can't actually see things, or we can't target things until they're really close. So you gotta be careful. I think this one on the left is gonna see us first. Nope. Okay, that's good. That's good for us. Great. Alright, we're doing pretty good here. We're doing pretty good. Sometimes this can get really, really hairy. There he is. Wait until he stops spinning, hit him a couple times. And as you can see, these guys have a lot of poise. They, like, don't care that you're here. You know what I mean? Like, they will just keep running into you. Alright. Be cool if one of them dropped the bone wheel so you know it exists. It's one of the rarest weapons in the game. Okay. So what we're doing now is we are looking for the lever, which is on the back side of one of these pillars here. It's right here. Okay, so there's a hint here, luckily, that points it out. And now we're going to turn this wheel. And then this will happen. Alright, so that is the boss fog, but things get even more interesting before we even get there. So this right here, this is an illusory wall, and there will likely be another bone wheel skeleton just on the other side of it, so be careful. He's not here, he's down one of these hallways. There he is. Oh, God. See what I mean? That's why you want a 100% physical block shield. These guys suck. Okay. Keep walking down here. There's another one right here. Be careful. Give me the old 1-2. Actually, just the one shot on that one. Okay, and then I'm going to walk over here. And reveal another wall. I'm just holding my shield up for dear life over here. Here's another one. Here it comes. Yep. Oh god, I really didn't want to do that. Alright. Cool. So, you can come down here, grab this treasure, which is the Annex key. And this opens that door that I mentioned earlier. You can get a little lost in these tunnels, but, you know, they all sort of lead back to the, sorry, they all lead back to the main chamber, which is this room right here. So they all lead back into here, which is where we flip the switch. I'm just going to run down this hallway really fast, because I can't remember if there's another one down here, if there's a treasure somewhere. Okay, so this right here, this is the ladder for the well that I was talking about before. So this is the other entrance, right? This leads us back to the courtyard. But there is another exit. We went to a staircase before, and I backtracked, just because I wanted to be safe. Yeah, and sometimes the corpses move. It will scare the shit out of you. Okay, so it's not here. Right, this is the main chamber right here. So we can come over here, and then come down here, turn right again, and there's a staircase. Cool. So this should lead us up to that house I mentioned before. Oh, there's a lone bloathead enemy here. I think this guy drops a spell. Yep, he drops the Fire Surge Pyromancy. Very good. Okay. So we're going to come down here. And then we're going to go over here. Over here is a dead end. This is the main chamber. Is there really no other exit? Turn left here and go somewhere? No, it's dead end. Okay. Fair enough. Let's exit out the main chamber now. And then we are gonna use the Annex key. Because we need to get an Ember. Alright, so we're exiting the well, or exiting the basement. Let me come over here. And we exit here. I'm still a little confused how to get onto this roof over here. I feel terrible that I can't remember. How do I get over there? Okay. So we start... Sorry, I'm legit just sort of retracing my steps. Forgive me if this is a little long-winded. Oh, right. Okay. This is how we get to it. When you're up here, you want to be very careful because there are a lot of hollows, but also there are crow enemies that will fly in here from other locations. So there's one on top of that roof, and believe it or not, he's going to show up on our roof. So we got to be very, very careful. Another one is going to fly from there, just above that brick, underneath my health bar, right here. And then that one's going to fly in as well. And then I have a weird feeling there's a third one. Yeah, I think that third one over there. Let's grab this loot while we're here. Here comes the first one. Okay, so that's two. Okay, so it's just the two. I guess the third one is for the other side. So now we're going to go over here to the other side with the Annex key. We first want to fall off this roof, though. Right, this is the treasure I mentioned before. Very cool. Twin Humanities. I could have sworn the Dried Finger was here. I don't know why I thought that. The Painted World being an optional area, I don't always remember all the treasure. Okay. And then let's walk downstairs back towards the entrance. Alright. Turn around. Come back in. And then let's go to the Annex. The Annex is a difficult section of this already difficult area, so we gotta be careful in here. There's going to be a lot of bloathead enemies that are able to shoot their pyromancies at us, so we have to be careful. Always keep your guard up. So I have like a wild hair in my nose, so I keep scratching it. I'm not sure if you guys hear that. Alright, so yeah, I want to take care of this guy first. Oh, yeah. Great. Just making sure I'm not being followed. We got a little pyromancy action over there. And then there is an Ember right there near the soft humanity counter. That's where we got to get to. So I would like to be able to kite this guy out here. Why not, bro? So much fun out here. Come on. Okay. I really wish I came here with a fire weapon, but truth be told, I don't even have any. Alright. So, grabbing this may cause a crow enemy to fly down. I'm always terrified of these things. Alright, so we got the Dark Ember. Yep, there we go. So we got the Dark Ember, which allows us to make occult weapons. And then that's it here. Okay, so now we gotta go to the roof up there. Oh, another souvenir of reprisal. Alright, so there's a pyromancer over there trying to get our attention, so why don't we go say hello? We'll be good guests in the Painted World. Oh, man. Really builds up fast. Okay, so on this roof are going to be some more crows. Gotta be careful. You can send them to their deaths down this pit, but I'm not really that nice, so... Nice as in, I don't know if I could do it. So here's the Vow of Silence. And that will cause... No? Did I? Maybe I killed them all already. That will generally cause a crow to fly down. Man, the Painted World just makes me a liar all the time. Alright, so now we can come in here. And then this is how we get this treasure right here, which is the black set, also worn by Oswald of Kareem, the Pardoner. And then with that, we can drop back down here. And before we take out the Undead Dragon, I want to first grab some treasure. Just trying to remember how to get to it, actually. We saw it over here. Let me go up the stairs here, just to sort of double check. There is a treasure over there. I don't know why I can't remember how to get to it. Get a good vantage point here. So the treasure is right there. Okay, so we get to it from the Annex. All right, I'm gonna run back to the Annex really fast. And then we'll take out the Undead Dragon. Because the Undead Dragon, believe it or not, actually gives us a shortcut to the boss. In a really, really funny way. Come over here. Yeah, so we're trying to get that treasure right there. Alright, then we get to it from the Annex. Great. I believe it's Velka's Rapier that's over there, so it's a pretty good dagger. Or a pretty good rapier, sorry. We're doing doing really good here in the Painted World. I can't lie. I actually thought this was going to be a lot harder. But we're doing really, really well. And don't worry, we will come back for that NPC invasion once I kill the Undead Dragon. I just want to make sure that we kill as much as possible before I have to turn human and reset the area. Okay. Cool. So we come up here, and then the treasure is over there. So, I see. Okay. There was a hint on the ground. I don't know how I ran past that. Appreciate you bearing with me. This is a bit of a confusing area, but here we go. We can break this door down, and then we can run over here and get the treasure. Great. Velka's Rapier. I knew it. Okay, so let's drop down here. And we'll drop down here for another couple rats. Oh, they actually attack me. It's amazing. They never attack. Alright, come down here for some more rats. Some more rats. Yeah, I thought I heard more rats. Okay. Come through here. Another rat. Another rat. Okay, then we just gotta jump across here. Get the gold coin. Oh, God. Come on, dude. Get the gold coin. Walk up the ladder. Come out the little peekaboo hole. And then we are back here at the first ladder. Alrighty. Cool. So, let's go fight the Undead Dragon. Walk through here, drop down here. Great. Alright, here we are at the Undead Dragon. This fight is a little bit harder than the one in the Valley of the Drakes, I find, because it just takes a long time. So what we're going to do is we're just going to walk towards the dragon. Some pieces start falling off of it. We're going to walk up here. This is going to be the Blood Shield, which is a really, really good shield. It has high resistances all around. The drawback is that it's a bit heavy. So we're going to run all the way back here, go up these stairs, and then the Undead Dragon will stop charging at those braziers. So what we're going to do is we are going to attack its right arm. We're going to get it to throw up. We're going to attack its right arm. We'll hit it twice. And then it's going to throw up to the right. Oh. And then we can hit it. And then it'll throw up in front. Oh no, it's throwing up on the left, on the right again. Oh, that's funny. Okay, it's throwing up straight. We drop down. Actually hit it a few times that way. Now we're doing really good damage to this thing. Just gonna throw it that way, and then we can just hit it in the face a few times. It'll throw up straight. Oh boy. Not expecting that. And there you go, that's the Undead Dragon. Not bad. It can get a little dicey with the puke. So we're gonna go ahead and loot this for a dragon scale. Now here's the shortcut, and I'm not gonna take this shortcut, but I'm gonna show it to you. The boss fog is more or less just underneath us, but in our way is this dragon carcass. And you can hit it as much as you want, nothing's gonna happen to it, but you can, funny enough, make it stand up by doing a forward R2 attack or a plunging attack. I don't know why that works, but it makes it stand up, and then you can just drop down right here onto the bridge. We're not going to do that just yet, but that is a weird little shortcut. I don't know why it works. And now you have a dragon butt standing on the bridge. Whoa, almost died. Alright, with all that done, let's go head back to the bonfire, and we will take it from there. We're going to rest, turn human, and then it will be time to take down the NPC invader. Be aware, as always, resting will cause everything to respawn, so it's important that you be careful when returning. And when I rest, I'm actually going to double check, make sure we've gotten all of the notable treasure here, because I really swear to God I thought the dried finger was in here. Okay, so I figured it out. That treasure that I dropped down onto, that I said I thought this was the dried finger, it is the dried finger, but in Dark Souls Remastered, the undead merchant in Undead Burg at the very beginning of the game, if you kill him, you can buy it from him. You can buy the dried finger from the merchant, but if you kill him, you automatically get it. So since I had the dried finger, that treasure was a humanity. Man, that confused the hell out of me. Okay, so glad I wasn't, you know, totally crazy. All right, let's put another point into that, and then let's go ahead and crack open a twin humanity. This way we can restore our humanity, and then or reverse hollowing and kindle the bonfire. It's funny, I didn't know that that was changed in the remaster. I guess they did that because they knew that the Undead Burg was a really popular PvP spot, and the dried finger resets the invasion cooldown. So, all right, with that done, we need to make sure that we don't get jumped by any hollows. So let's go ahead and kill these. And now we're gonna deliberately get ourselves invaded. So come over here to this little, I don't know, Vlad the Impaler section. And then once we stand around here for a couple minutes, or, you know, a few seconds, we will get invaded by a familiar face if you play Demon Souls. Alright, I think you gotta drop down here. Where is he? There he is. King Jeremiah, who is wearing the Dark Souls version of the Xanthous crown. But he has crazy pyromancy, and he also has a notched whip. So you gotta be careful with him. Oh, wow. Yes. Luckily, he's pretty easy to kill once you kind of get in front of him. It's kind of weak, but we kill King Jeremiah, the Xanthous King. Pick up some humanity, as well as the notched whip. All right. So from here, I'm going to run through the little rotunda. We're going to ignore the Phalanx hoplites. Once you go through here, I recommend just sort of ducking in a little bit, because they can throw their spears at you. So don't ever run straight through there. You always want to kind of tuck in a little bit. Okay, so there's a bunch of hollows on this bridge, and although I don't see him, there really should be a Baronite Knight here. Where is he? There he is. Okay, so the Baronite Knight just appeared. I think he drops down from up top. That's why I don't always see him. But he's got a sword now, which, you know, why not? At least it's not a mace, I guess. But he goes down without too much of an issue. And then we get the large Titanite shard. All right. So the boss of the Painted World is actually optional. You can go through the fog, and then Half-Breed Priscilla will speak to you. So let's do that, and then I'll talk about the fight.
Who art thou? One of us thou art not. If thou hast misstepped into this world, plunge down from the plank and hurry home. If thou seekest I, thine desires shall be requited not.
Okay, so we don't have to fight her. I'm just double checking something really quick. The Xanthous set. After defeating Black Phantom, Xanthous King Jeremiah in the Painted World, this arm will be on a dead body behind Crossbreed Priscilla. So the Xanthous set should be here, since we killed Homeboy. It is not, so I'm just going to quickly reload the game, because I want to make sure that we get that armor. It's one of the weird, funky things about Dark Souls. Sometimes you won't find things until your second trip through, but you can force them to happen. We'll probably have to enter the boss fog again. Yeah, okay, all good. So now that we've done this, the Xanthous set should be on a corpse here. Yep, I see it. Okay, so let's pick this up. There you go, there's a Xanthous set. Priscilla is an interesting fight. She can turn invisible, and the way you can find out where she is just walk around holding your shield up, and if you ever randomly stop walking, you're in front of her. You can also look in the snow for her footprints. See, she's barefoot. She has a scythe, which is crazy. And if you want to build the Life Hunt scythe, which is a boss weapon, you will need her soul. So you do have to kill her for, you know, the trophies. She has a tail cut. She drops a dagger. This is probably the most frustrating tail cut in the game. Since we have a plus 15 weapon, we're going to be dealing heavy damage to her. So what I recommend doing is equipping a lesser sword that you have not upgraded. Really just like your starting weapon or something. Yeah, let's go with the scimitar. Because you don't want to deal too much damage to her. You don't want to kill her before the tail gets cut. You want to make sure that you cut the tail and then go for it. I don't have quick roll anymore, so yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we're going to start the fight. She will turn invisible after a little while. She can bleed, so be careful of that. All right.
I expected as much from thee. Why dost thou hurry toward thine death?
All right, so we're going to look for her footprints. She can be behind us. Here she is. You got to deal enough damage to her before she'll turn up again. I lost her. I wish there was like an item that just revealed her. That would be pretty cool. She'll generally be in the middle, so... yeah, she's right here. God damn. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, she can cause you to bleed as well, so you gotta watch out for that. There she is. Damn, Priscilla, would you just show up again? Where is she? I really don't want to hit her with, like, my full weapon. But I think I might have to, just to draw her out. You gotta deal real damage to her to get her to show up again. Really don't want to... There we go. There she is. Let's go ahead and two-hand the weapon. Try to cut her tail off. She spins around so fast. It's, like, unfair. Ugh, I might just go for it. Damn, dude. Cutting her tail. She's the worst tail cut in the whole game. I really don't want to kill her. I'm getting close, though. There we go. Priscilla's dagger. Cool. Now we can just lean into her, and she's dead. Wow. Close. Like I said, you deal a lot of damage to her at this point in the game, and it's easy to kill her. Okay, so killing Priscilla doesn't have any effect on the world. It's fully optional. Okay, so all you gotta do is walk to the end of the platform, and then you get a little cutscene. No big deal. All right, so you jump out of the painting. You get a homeward bone, but if you were to use that right now, you would just go back to the to the painting bonfire, so I don't really know what the deal is. All right, so now that we've done that, if you die out here, I'm almost positive you will respawn in this room. You won't respawn in the painting. So that's, you know, something to keep in mind. These painting guardians will track you for quite a while. Yep, there they are. Luckily, the elevator remembers your position, and I don't think the painting guardians can follow you out here. Will they come on the platform? Wow, they will. Good for you. I like you, showing moxie. Good for you. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to walk downstairs back to the bonfire, and we're going to rest, spend our souls, and we will end the walkthrough here. Like I said, Painted World, totally optional. Priscilla, totally optional, but, you know, you need her tail, and you need her soul to craft weapons, so if you're going for 100%, you may as well do it. Let's go level up. Okay, level 75. 26,000 souls. And we need 33,000 to, to level up again. That's going to do it for us. I'm going to go to Firelink Shrine, and we will end there. And the reason I'm going to Firelink Shrine is because the next section of the walkthrough will be for the Catacombs. Actually, I shouldn't go to Firelink Shrine. What I should do is go to... we should go to... we should go to Andre, although I'm actually tempted to... Let me just check something real quick. Shiva. So Shiva of the East is a weapon vendor, and he does, in fact, sell a Uchigatana. So, what I'm going to do, we're going to do a little bit of prep work before we actually end this thing. In the remake, you can change covenants at bonfires. This is not something you can do in the regular versions of the game. This was added in the remaster. I said remake before, but it was added in the remaster. So what we're going to do is we're going to rejoin the Forest Hunter Covenant, and then we are going to go to the Daughter of Chaos bonfire, and we are going to visit Shiva of the East. I'm hoping he's here now and we don't have to go to the forest and talk to him and do all this. I'm hoping this works. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to purchase another Uchigatana from him, and I want to craft a divine weapon using the Uchigatana. Normally I would just use the Iato, but since we're able to get Shiva kind of easily and, you know, just rejoin the Covenant, may as well just do it this way. So if you haven't already joined the Forest Hunter Covenants, there is a cat named Alvina that is sitting in a windowsill in Darkroot Garden on your way to Great Grey Wolf Sif, which is a boss that we killed before we did the Four Kings. You want to talk to Alvina. She talks in weird, I wouldn't even call it riddles, it's just weird English. And she says a bunch of confusing sentences, and she's more or less asking you if you want to join the Forest Hunters. If you say yes, then 2 NPCs will immediately spawn outside of the room. Or it's not even a room, it's just a little building. But 2 NPCs will spawn there. One of them is named Shiva of the East, and the other is his sort of friend named Shadow. Let's go ahead and equip the Rusted Iron Ring really fast. And if you speak with Shiva of the East, you know, he'll tell you the rules of the Covenant and the rules of hunting invaders, yada, yada, yada. And then after you do that, he will move down here to Blighttown. I'm hoping he's here, and I'm hoping I don't have to go to the forest, because that would really suck. Nope, here he is. So, once you speak to him once, he will come down here. Alright, we're going to talk to him. And we can purchase a Uchigatana from him. You could purchase a washing pole, but it's super long, and I don't recommend it. I'm going to kill this dude because he's bothering me. But now that we have another Uchigatana, we are going to level that up with Andre. So, earlier we gave Andre the Divine Ember. Where are you? There you go. Oh, actually, there's a bonfire right over here. Why would I waste my time with this? Earlier in the game, we gave Andre the Divine Ember, which we were able to receive after we killed the Moonlight Butterfly. And since we gave Andre the Divine Ember, that means that we can ascend our weapon using a Divine Infusion. So that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and warp to the Undead Parish. And then I just want to double check to see what level we need to get the Uchigatana up to before we can upgrade. Crystal, Lightning, Raw, Magic. Raw, Magic, Enchanted, Divine. We need to level it up to +5. Okay, so let's go downstairs, visit Andre, say what up. And then we need to level this weapon up to +5.
How about leaving that?
Oh, sorry. We have to give him some embers. Give him the Dark Ember. This allows him to make occult weapons.
Most weapons are not.
Yeah, he doesn't need any other embers, I don't think.
I'll be seeing you.
Okay, yeah, so he recognizes the large flame ember, but we can't give it to him. Okay, so let's go ahead and find the other Uchigatana in here. Uchigatana +1. Okay, we need a lot of Titanite shards, so we need... How many do we need here? 1, 3... Yeah, 1, 3... 5, 6. We need 6 shards, which we can actually purchase from Andre. Go ahead and buy 8 shards. Go to reinforced weapon. That's the scimitar, Uchigatana. I need 2 more. Jesus. Divine. Guess I can't count. Reinforce. Uchigatana. Cool. So now that we have it at +5, we can go to the Modify Equipment menu, tab over to the Divine menu, and then using a green Titanite shard, we can upgrade this to a Divine Uchigatana. The Divine starts back at Divine 0, which does lower the damage that we had it at +5. So at +5, the Uchigatana had a base damage stat of 135. Now that it's Divine, it has a base damage stat of 91, but it also has some bonus damage on it. So let's take a look really quick. Yeah, unequip that. And then we have the Divine Uchigatana. So it has a base physical stat of 91 and a magic stat of 111. And then this also will now scale with Faith. And the magic damage is more or less holy damage. Okay, so let's go ahead and equip that as well. And then we will continue talking to Andre. We can reinforce the weapon now. Find it down here. All right, let's go as high as we can. We should be able to get to +5. Great, okay, so now we have the Divine Uchigatana +5. We will find the large Divine Ember later on in the Tomb of the Giant, which is the area that comes after the Catacombs. So we're going to find the large Divine Ember very soon, and then we can upgrade the weapon to the Divine Uchigatana +10, which is very helpful. The reason that we just did all of that is because in the Catacombs there are enemies, basically skeleton knights, that are controlled by pyromancers. And the skeletons will constantly revive until the pyromancer dies. But if you were to kill the skeleton with a divine weapon, they stay dead even if the pyromancer is alive. So it's basically like a counteract. It's a counter to that dark magic, is the divine magic. So that's what we're using it for. It also helps for the boss, Gravelord Nito, which is the boss of the Tomb of the Giants, because he can summon skeletons of his own that stay alive until he dies. So it makes that fight way more manageable by having a divine weapon with you, and it keeps those other skeletons dead. Alright, that's going to do it for real. In part 17, we will go through the Catacombs and end it with killing Pinwheel and getting ourselves the Rite of Kindling. There are some hidden things in the Catacombs that I'm very excited to show you, including a covenant that we can join for a very short period of time. but that'll have to wait till the next part. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. If you're looking for more guides for Dark Souls Remastered, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the blue join button below this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and on Twitch, and as always, I'll be Johnny Cage. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.